Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I do my shading. So, well, I'm going to be doing this top. Very simple, but honestly I feel like with a lot of shading, I think it could look really good. So, yeah, I assume that you guys would be familiar with using Krita or like whatever program you're using. So, yeah. Well, personally today I'm not using a mouse or a drawing tablet because I'm feeling a bit lazy, so I'm not bothered to charge it because it's dead. I'm just moving my inspo to the side. Just like that. Okay, this might take me a bit long because I'm really only using my trackpad. I would just use a command or control and drag to get the color that I'm wanting and maybe paint it over here so that I have a reference. And oh yeah, I usually keep my inspo on the side, but since I'm on my laptop, I can't really make it tinier. So I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really mind. I have my color, and I don't even know what I'm doing. I'll use this brush. Maybe a pen. Oh, that doesn't really give me a lot of space, does it? Okay, it's fine. I'll use my arrow keys. Okay, that should be fine. I'm gonna use this tool and do my outline. That should be fine. And I'm gonna do this. And copy, paste. I think this will. You guys just need to trust the process. I'll just do this. Just remember to save. Okay, so this might look like horrible, but trust me, you just need to like add on to it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna outline, I guess, these like parts. I'm gonna move that down a bit because I don't really know how to feel about it. Okay, so that's just most of the outlining. From here on, I would usually do the fill. So I'm just gonna name these layers just so that it's like easier. I'm gonna name this one outline 1. I'm gonna name this out 2. It's fine, I don't really care. And I just put a tag on them just so that I don't forget. I don't know, okay. And then I'll do a new layer. I don't know the shortcut for it, but should be fine. Anyways, so I'm gonna use this button. And then kind of go around. I'm not even using a mouse. My finger's gonna cramp so hard after this, but it's fine. Okay. And then I'll do the other side. Okay, so this might look like horrible to you, but hold on, I might actually do this. Oh. There. Okay, so you see these outlines and our fill. We can actually do that. Put it to multiply so it doesn't look horrible. Didn't do both of them. There we go. Okay, so now, for this part, I'll do Command Shift G, Control Shift, just so that it makes us a new clipping group and a new mask layer. And this is where I usually start shading. There, okay. Maybe use an airbrush. And not at... Oh, wait. Stop! Okay. You can also use the bracket arrow, but it's fine. And I think I might put the opacity down because since I'm on my drawing tablet, I won't get to control the, what do you call it? I won't get to control the amount. Like the shading, if you get what I'm saying. So I kind of just follow my inspo, you know? Like, it's pretty straightforward from here. Like, just following the lines, using my color and my multi-brush. Like, honestly, it comes with practice. Like, you really don't need like a drawing tablet or whatever. Like, when I first started designing, I wasn't using a drawing tablet, so. And I'm using my trackpad right now, so that really says a lot. Like, you can design with anything. It doesn't have to be like, you know, because I know a couple people who do use iPads like mobile, but I personally cannot with mobile. Like, I don't get how you guys do it. It's just not for me. This might look kind of bad, but trust me, it'll look good. Okay, well, you just need to trust the process. I'm just kind of following that bit over here. And you also got a smudge tool, so. Yeah, like you figure it out, honestly. It comes with practice. Like, see, those wrinkles already look realistic. Yeah, you kind of just do it. There we go. Yes, my fingers are sore, but you get the point, right? But I'm just gonna look for the smudge tool. This one, sometimes I feel like using this one, but this one has a bit of a softer blur to it, which I think just goes well with what we're doing right now. Like, there might be certain times where I use the other one, but as for today, I think we should be fine using this. Like, as you can see, this part already looks super nice, I think. I think that's just me trying to convince myself. But I also don't want to be like, oh, I don't have using my fingers today. So, it looks horrible, which I don't think is the problem. Sure, it'd be nice to have my drawing tablet now, but I think we'll be fine. And then I go back to my brush. Use E 100. Make it a bit tinier. And kind of just making these lines. There. Okay, I'm quitting. I cannot do this. Okay, so I actually have my drawing tablet this time, and I've just made it a bit smaller, like the screen, just so I can see a bit more. I don't even know if that helps, but I guess it kind of does. So I'm gonna fix up what I did earlier, and then it should be fine. I'm just gonna fix this up because I'm not really liking how this looks. So I would just use smudge tool, and I'm gonna be blending it out. Normally I would use my drawing tablet just because it makes my life so much more easier, and you can control. So what I like to do is that I kind of just like drawing it out like that, and just following my reference, like I said earlier, and kind of just blurring it out, and then making it big, blurring it out like that. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna use my eraser tool and kind of just going around, because I think they make really nice wrinkles. I think I might actually redo it. Okay. Or if I did this part, and I'm actually gonna do this bit, it's kind of just folded like that, and wrinkles. You can change your brush size. You don't need to stick to a certain size. You can just change it, and I think that helps out a lot. And making sure that it's under here, so that it won't go through. But that might depend on what software you're using. And I think this is looking really good. Like, if you do it too perfect, like, I like making it look natural, you know? Yeah, I think the problem is, it's that it's kind of like folded, so you can't really see how the shading goes. I think I might make it up. Sometimes you just have to make it up because it doesn't really work out. I think if I was using my finger, this would take me a billion years to do. We'll start over, shall we? I think I might just kind of follow what I did here, except kind of what I think would look good on, you know, a roblox character, or like an actual human being. So I'm kind of just following the lines. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just making sure that these parts accurate. I wouldn't say accurate, but good, you know? I think we could just fix it up in a bit. I think I'm kind of just gonna go through this really quick. Already that looks pretty good. I think, just shading. And we can blend that out later. And then I'm gonna blend it out and then add more lines to it. And then I think I'm gonna lower the opacity and then add a new layer. Maybe try in a different black. What do you reckon? Multiply. Yeah, that could work. It's pretty much black anyway. Just make sure to alpha lock, because you can see there. I'm gonna do the side. So yeah, you kind of just keep going. Like, you're not limited to just one layer. Like, sometimes it takes me a while until I get something that I actually like. So what really makes it like pop out is the highlight. I'm gonna add this just so I can come back to it. I'm gonna add highlight. I'm gonna copy. Oh, we need to do this bit, but we can do that later. Okay, that looks about good. Maybe change to that. So as for highlight, I just go in between the shading that we did earlier. Just adds a little bit of, you know, kind of just go around like that, making sure I don't put too much, you know. So just like that. Okay, just continuing on what I was doing. So basically you kind of just want to highlight in between the shading that you did earlier. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm not even gonna look at the inspo anymore because it's pretty straightforward. Like, it almost always ends up looking good. Kind of just trust the process once again. Why is it a different color? Oh god, I mucked it up. Don't do that. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was. Whoops. Okay, so don't do what I did, because it kind of throws it off. But you could, if it was on purpose, like if you knew. So I'm just gonna follow it. Looks really messy right now, but I think it looks fine. Go in with the blending tool. I mean, I guess I might look at my inspo sometimes, but I feel like it doesn't really help me from here. I think that should be fine. I'm just gonna blend it out with this one. So sometimes I like doing so. You see how it's like a hard edge, and then it kind of just like blurs out. So I don't blend like, you know, I don't blend like that, because it kind of just makes it soft everywhere. Blend away from the hard edge, so it kind of gives off that effect. I don't know how to describe it, but so for here, blend it out, maybe like that. And what you could also do is you could do this E and then rub out bits, and it makes it look. So after I do all that, you can add noise or something. You can do that after you do all the sides, but noise is usually at the top, this one. And then just alpha lock it, overlay. Not too much though, maybe, yeah. Okay, it barely makes a difference actually. There. And there's this specific one that I like, but I don't know if I can find it. It might have been this one, I think. And I think this one makes it look like fabric a bit, but not. So I'm just gonna keep going with the sides and just going around with my black. Like, honestly, I think just sticking to one color is like the easiest thing to do, which I like doing sometimes. Or if I have my reference, I'll color pick it and pick each color and then draw it on my template. But I think I'm just gonna eyeball it. How I usually eyeball mine. Oh, okay, make sure it's on multiply. Okay, so I kind of just like having my brush about that big and then just kind of going around the edges and kind of following what we already have here. So maybe like those folds that we had, and then making sure that my brush is changing. I wouldn't say changing, but you know, to control it, you could change the size every once in a while. So yeah, I'm kind of just following what we already have. Like, it doesn't have to be the exact same. You can just, and then making like, I don't know how to explain it, but like these pockets, how I do it is that I do that, make a little curve, and then blending it out, and I think it makes it look like a really good wrinkle, if you get what I'm saying. So I do a couple of those. Maybe since there's one up here, maybe I'll do another one like over here. So I'll do that and then blend it out, and then maybe adding a few creases. either. Like, I feel like this is really simple, but I think it's really cute. I don't know. But that's how I like to go about with my wrinkles. I think that's a good amount of wrinkles. And yeah, I think we're pretty much done on the shading. Now we're moving on to highlight. Gonna change to addition. Anyways, as for highlight, I kind of just like the other bit, just going in between the shading. And it doesn't have to be perfectly in between. Like you can miss out some of them and I think it'll still look really good. Like for example, if I were about that. Yeah, I think that looks really good. Just like flowy, you know. If it's flowy, then it looks really good. I'm gonna use this color. I don't even know if this color makes a difference, but I'm gonna do that. We still need to do the lace thing. As you can see, the difference with and without. I think it looks slightly better. As for the buttons, I'm just gonna copy and do that. And then I'm gonna go new, and I'm gonna use this brush. 2, 3. Okay, so, I don't know if that helped, to be honest, but I think that's pretty much it. Bye, guys!